Steinberg Cubase 12 Pro. We are starting the lesson. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so as not to miss new videos. And we begin. MixConsole Visibility. The Visibility tab in the MixConsole lists all channels contained in your project, and allows you to show, hide specific channels. To show, hide channels, check/uncheck them by clicking to the left of the channel name. To collapse/expand groups and folders, click the group or folder name. Note: the MixConsole in the lower zone of the project window does not follow any visibility changes that you perform in the MixConsole window and vice versa. Related links. Synchronizing channel and track visibility. MixConsole left zone. Synchronizing channel and track visibility. Synchronizing channel and track visibility. You can synchronize the channel visibility in the MixConsole with the track visibility in the project window. Procedure. In the left zone of the MixConsole, open the Visibility tab. Click Sync Visibility of Project and MixConsole, on, off. Select Sync Project and MixConsole to synchronize the channel visibility with the track visibility. Result: the track and the channel visibility are synchronized. Note: channels that are locked on the Zones tab are not synchronized. Related links. MixConsole Visibility. Synchronizing track and channel visibility. MixConsole Visibility. MixConsole Zones. MixConsole Zones. The Zones tab lists all channels contained in your project and allows you to lock the position of specific channels. To lock channels on the left/right of the fader section, click the left or the right dots next to the channel names. Locked channels are excluded from scrolling. They are always visible. Note: the MixConsole in the lower zone of the project window does not follow any visibility changes that you perform in the MixConsole window and vice versa. Synchronizing channel and track visibility. MixConsole History. MixConsole History. The History tab lists all MixConsole parameter changes and allows you to undo/redo specific changes. To undo MixConsole parameter actions, click the orange line in the history list and drag it up. To redo MixConsole parameter actions, click the orange line in the history list and drag it down. Note: you can also undo/redo MixConsole parameter actions by using the corresponding buttons in the MixConsole toolbar. Related links. Undoing/redoing MixConsole parameter changes. MixConsole Snapshots. MixConsole Zones. MixConsole Snapshots. MixConsole Snapshots. The Snapshots tab lists all snapshots of MixConsole settings and allows you to recall them later. This is useful if you want to compare different versions of a mix. In Cubase, you can save up to 10 snapshots for audio-related channels. These snapshots save settings for input, output, audio, VST instrument, sampler track, group, FX, and VCA fader channels. Snapshots are saved with the project. To recall a specific MixConsole snapshot, select it in the list and click Recall Snapshot X. To set up the recall settings, right-click in the list and select MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. Note: recalling a snapshot can be undone/redone in the MixConsole history. Related links. Renaming MixConsole snapshots. Recalling MixConsole snapshots via the Snapshots tab. MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. MixConsole History. MixConsole History. MixConsole Toolbar. MixConsole Toolbar. The toolbar contains tools and shortcuts for settings and functions in the MixConsole. Note: the MixConsole toolbar in the lower zone of the project window contains a limited set of tools. MixConsole History. Undo/redo. These buttons allow you to undo/redo MixConsole parameter changes. MixConsole Snapshots. Save MixConsole Snapshot. Saves a MixConsole snapshot. MixConsole Snapshot Functions. Opens the MixConsole Snapshot Functions menu. Left divider. Left divider. Allows you to use the left divider. Tools that are placed to the left of the divider are always shown. Search. Find track/channel. Opens a selector that lists all tracks/channels. Channel Visibility Configuration. Channel Visibility Configurations. Allows you to create configurations that are useful for switching quickly between different visibility setups. Channel Visibility Agents. Allows you to set a visibility agent to filter the channels. Set Channel Type Filter. Opens the channel filter that allows you to show, hide all channels of a certain channel type. Racks. Select rack types. Opens the rack selector that allows you to show, hide specific racks. Rack settings. Opens a pop-up menu with settings for the racks. Locators. Go to left locator position. Allows you to go to the left locator position. Left locator position. Shows the left locator position. Go to right locator position. Allows you to go to the right locator position. Right locator position. Shows the right locator position. Locator range duration. Locators to selection. Allows you to set the locators to the selection. Locator range duration. Shows the duration of the locator range. Transport buttons. Go to previous marker /0. Moves the project cursor to the previous marker /0 position on the timeline. Go to next marker/project end. Moves the project cursor to the next marker/project end. Rewind. Moves backward. Forward. Moves forward. Activate cycle. Activate/deactivate cycle mode. Stop. Stops playback. Start. Starts playback. Transport record. Activates/deactivates record mode. Time displays. Primary time display. Shows the position of the project cursor in the selected time format. Select primary time format. Allows you to select the time format for the primary time display. Secondary time display. Shows the position of the project cursor in the selected time format. Select secondary time format. Allows you to select a time format for the secondary time display. Markers. Jump to marker. Allows you to set and locate marker positions. Open markers window. Opens the markers window. State buttons. Deactivate all mute states. Deactivates all mute states. Deactivate all solo states. Deactivates all solo states. Deactivate all listen states. Deactivates all listen states. Activate/deactivate read for all tracks. Activate/deactivates read automation for all tracks. Activate/deactivate write for all tracks. Activate/deactivates write automation for all tracks. Suspend all read/write automation. Suspends all read/write automation. Bypass inserts. Bypasses all inserts. Bypass EQs. Bypasses all EQs. Bypass channel strip. Bypasses all channel strip modules. Bypass sends. Bypasses all sends. Link group. Link/unlink selected channels. Links the selected channels/removes their link. Edit link group settings. Allows you to change the link group settings. Suspend all channel linking. Suspends all channel linking. Absolute mode. Enables absolute value changes. Temporary link mode. Synchronizes all touched parameters of selected channels. Zoom palette. Reduce channel width. Allows you to reduce the channel width. Set number of channels. Displays the set number of channels. Increase channel width. Allows you to increase the channel width. Reduce rack height. Allows you to reduce the rack height. Increase rack height. Allows you to increase the rack height. Audio performance meter. Audio performance meter. The upper bar displays either the current real-time peak or the ASIO guard load, depending on which of the two has the higher value. The lower bar shows the hard disk transfer load of the disk engine. For a more detailed display of real-time peak and ASIO guard load, click to open the audio performance window. Right divider. Right divider. Tools that are placed to the right of the divider are always shown. Mixer functions menu. Functions menu. Opens a pop-up menu where you can select a MixConsole function. Window zone controls. Show hide left zone. Shows/hides the left zone of the window. Show hide right zone. Shows/hides the right zone of the window. Set up window layout. Allows you to set up the window layout. Set up toolbar. Set up toolbar. Opens a pop-up menu where you can set up which toolbar elements are visible. MixConsole snapshots. Finding channels. Finding channels. The find track/channel function allows you to find specific channels. This is useful if you have a large project with many channels or if you have hidden channels using the visibility features. Procedure. Click Find Track/Channel on the MixConsole toolbar to open a selector that lists all channels. In the search field, enter the name of the channel. As you type, the selector filters automatically. In the selector, select the channel and press Return. Result. The channel is selected in the channel list. Note. If the channel was outside the view or hidden, it is now shown. Channels that are hidden using Set Channel Type filter are not shown. MixConsole toolbar. Undoing/redoing MixConsole parameter changes. Undoing/redoing MixConsole parameter changes. You can undo/redo MixConsole parameter changes and experiment with different MixConsole settings. Note. MixConsole parameters that change due to read automation actions are not part of the MixConsole history. To undo/redo a MixConsole parameter, do one of the following. On the MixConsole toolbar in the MixConsole window or in the lower zone of the project window, click Undo or Redo. Press Alt/Optz to undo MixConsole parameter changes or press Alt/Optshift-Z to redo parameter changes. The following MixConsole parameter changes can be undone/redone. Volume changes. Panorama changes. Changes on the routing rack. Filter, gain, and phase changes in the pre-rack. Plugin changes in the inserts rack. EQ changes. Changes on the channel strip rack. Changes on the sends rack. Changes on the Q sends rack. Changes on the direct routing rack. Important. The MixConsole history is not saved with the project. Related links. MixConsole history. MixConsole toolbar. Finding channels. Saving snapshots of MixConsole settings. Saving snapshots of MixConsole settings. You can save MixConsole settings for audio-related channels in a snapshot. Procedure. On the toolbar, click Save MixConsole Snapshot. Result. The MixConsole settings are saved in a snapshot. You can save up to 10 snapshots. These are shown on the Snapshots tab in the left zone of the MixConsole. Note: automation data is not saved in MixConsole snapshots. After completing this task, you can open the MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings dialog and activate the settings that you want to recall. Related links. MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. Undoing/redoing MixConsole parameter changes. Renaming MixConsole snapshots. Renaming MixConsole snapshots. You can rename MixConsole snapshots. Procedure. In the left zone of the MixConsole, open the Snapshots tab. Double-click the snapshot name and type in a new name for the snapshot. Press Return. Saving snapshots of MixConsole settings. Updating a MixConsole snapshot. Updating a MixConsole snapshot. You can update a snapshot. This is useful if you want to apply changes to an existing setting, or if you already saved 10 snapshots. Procedure. Do one of the following. On the MixConsole toolbar, click MixConsole Snapshot Functions, and select Update Selected Snapshot, Snapshot X. On the Snapshots tab, right-click the snapshot that you want to update, and select Update Selected Snapshot, Snapshot X. Result. The snapshot is updated. Note: automation data is not saved in MixConsole snapshots. After completing this task, you can open the MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings dialog and activate the settings that you want to recall. Related links. MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. Renaming MixConsole snapshots. Recalling MixConsole snapshots via the Snapshots tab. Recalling MixConsole snapshots via the Snapshots tab. You can recall MixConsole snapshots via the Snapshots tab. Prerequisite. You have saved at least one MixConsole snapshot. Procedure. In the left zone of the MixConsole, open the Snapshots tab. Optional, click MixConsole Snapshot Functions, and select MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings to open a dialog where you can activate the settings that you want to recall. Click OK. Select the snapshot that you want to recall, and click Recall Snapshot X. Note: automation data is not saved in MixConsole snapshots. If you recall a snapshot to a channel that contains automation data, you receive a warning message. A message informs you that the snapshot is recalled. Result: the snapshot is recalled, and the settings are applied. If you recall a snapshot during playback, you might hear a short gap, depending on how different the settings are from the current state. Related links. MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. Updating a MixConsole snapshot. Recalling MixConsole snapshots via the MixConsole toolbar. Recalling MixConsole snapshots via the MixConsole toolbar. You can recall MixConsole snapshots via the MixConsole toolbar. Prerequisite. You have saved at least one MixConsole snapshot. Procedure. On the toolbar, click MixConsole Snapshot Functions. From the menu, select the snapshot that you want to recall. Note: automation data is not saved in MixConsole snapshots. If you recall a snapshot to a channel that contains automation data, you will receive a warning message. A message informs you that the snapshot is recalled. Result: the snapshot is recalled, and the settings are applied. If you recall a snapshot during playback, you might hear a short gap, depending on how different the settings are from the current state. Related links. MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. Recalling MixConsole snapshots via the Snapshots tab. Adding notes to snapshots. Adding notes to snapshots. You can add notes and comments to a snapshot. Prerequisite. You have saved at least one MixConsole snapshot. Procedure. In the left zone of the MixConsole, open the Snapshots tab. Select the snapshot for which you want to add comments. In the Snapshot Notes section of the Snapshots tab, type in your notes. Recalling MixConsole snapshots via the MixConsole toolbar. MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. The MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings allow you to specify the channel settings that are recalled when you load a saved snapshot. To open the MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings, do one of the following. Open the MixConsole Snapshot Functions pop-up menu on the MixConsole toolbar, and select MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. In the left zone of the MixConsole, right-click in the Snapshots tab, and select MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. The following options allow you to specify which settings are recalled. Filters/gain/phase. Activate this to recall the filters, gain and phase settings. Inserts. Activate this to recall the inserts. EQ. Activate this to recall the equalizers. Channel strip. Activate this to recall the channel strip modules. Sends. Activate this to recall the sends. Pan. Activate this to recall the panorama. Volume. Activate this to recall the volume. Selected channels only. Activate this to recall the settings for selected channels only. Warn before deleting plugin automation. If this option is activated, a warning opens if plugin automation might be deleted. Adding notes to snapshots. Filtering channel types. Filtering channel types. The channel types filter on the MixConsole toolbar allows you to determine which channel types are shown. Procedure. Click Set Channel Type Filter. This opens the channel types filter. Click to the left of a channel type to uncheck it and to hide all channels of that type. Result. Channels of the filtered type are removed from the fader section, and the color of the Set Channel Type Filter button changes to indicate that a channel type is hidden. MixConsole Snapshot Recall Settings. Channel Visibility Configurations menu. Channel Visibility Configurations menu. The Channel Visibility Configurations button on the MixConsole toolbar allows you to create configurations that are useful for switching quickly between different visibility setups. The button displays the name of the active configuration. A list of configurations is shown as soon as you create at least one configuration. To load a configuration, select it from the menu. Channel Visibility Configurations are saved with the project. Add Configuration. Opens the Add Configuration dialog that allows you to save the configuration and to enter a name for it. Update Configuration. If you change the active configuration, this is indicated by an asterisk after the configuration name. Use this function to save changes to the active configuration. Rename Configuration. Opens the Rename Configuration dialog that allows you to rename the active configuration. Delete Configuration. Allows you to delete the active configuration. Move configuration to position. This function becomes available if two or more configurations exist. It allows you to change the position of the active configuration on the menu. This is useful, as you can assign key commands to the first 8 configurations in the channel and track visibility category of the key commands dialog. Filtering channel types. Saving configurations. Saving configurations. To quickly switch between different channel setups, you can save configurations. The configurations contain visibility and zone settings as well as the show, hide status of channel types and racks. Procedure. Set up the configuration that you want to save. On the toolbar, click Channel Visibility Configurations. From the pop-up menu, select Add Configuration. In the Add Configuration dialog, enter a name for the configuration. Click OK. Result. The configuration is saved, and you can return to it at any time. Channel Visibility Configurations menu. Channel Visibility Agents. Channel Visibility Agents. Channel Visibility Agents allow you to show or hide all channels, selected channels, or channels with certain properties. To open the Channel Visibility Agents pop-up menu, do one of the following. Click Channel Visibility Agents on the toolbar. In the left zone of the MixConsole, select the Visibility tab and right-click an empty area to open the context menu. Saving configurations. Channel Visibility Agents menu. Channel Visibility Agents menu. The Channel Visibility Agents pop-up menu contains options that allow you to show or hide all channels, selected channels, or channels with certain properties. To open the Channel Visibility Agents pop-up menu, click Channel Visibility Agents on the toolbar. Show all channels. Shows all channels of your project. Show only selected channels. Shows only channels that are selected. Hide selected channels. Hides all channels that are selected. Show channels for tracks with data. Shows all channels for tracks with events or parts. Show channels for tracks with data at the cursor position. Shows all channels for tracks with events or parts at the cursor position. Show channels for tracks with data between the locators. Shows all channels for tracks with events or parts between the locators. Show channels that are connected to the first selected channel. Shows all channels that are connected to the channel you first selected. Undo visibility change. Undoes visibility changes. Redo visibility change. Redoes visibility changes. Note. You can assign key commands for the channel visibility agents in the channel and track visibility category of the key commands dialog. Channel visibility agents. Undoing/redoing visibility changes.